Good evening, and welcome to Tabletop Cinema, a show where the Dungeon Studios team gets together and we review clips from movies and TV shows to try and determine what we think the roles on a D&D table would be in order for that scene to actually play out. Joining me tonight, we have 5 guests from the Dungeon Studios team. First up, Mr. Aaron Fire.
Hello there, how are we all? Having a good day?
Next up, Sean Carroll.
Hello, and welcome everybody. It's a pleasure.
Followed by Mr. Todd Rucktischel.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You made it.
Also, we have the man who has the best pixelated beard on the panel, Mr. Shane McDowell.
Guten Tag, an honor and a privilege to be here.
Followed by my guy Tygan down there. How's it going?
I'm doing good, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing well, doing well. All right, guys. So I invited you here to go over some clips from some movies and TV shows. The first one we're going to view is from the TV show C. It is the kill scene when Baba Voss kills the slave traders. Some of you guys may not have seen this before. I know I haven't, so this is going to be a first time for me viewing it. But from looking at the trailer of the show and from what I've read, it seems very interesting, and it's also got Jason Momoa as the star. So so yeah, let's check this out.
Slaves being ready to get traded.
Oh no, that don't look good.
Hmm.
Oh, I think I
Well,
got
he already
some-
succeeded a grappling choke there, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's also a stealth on top.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Was that sword sheathed?
yeah, it was.
I think
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
in his
but-
mouth.
But he opens it and closes it
Ooh.
to slice.
Hmm.
So you said all these people are blind, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Including Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Close your eyes.
Doesn't look like those people over there are blind though.
No, these
I
are
don't
his
think
twins.
Yeah, the two kids are sighted.
Yeah,
Oh my
they're
goodness.
Look at
the
that.
only people that can see. Oh my god, that is
Be
so
around.
gruesome.
Ooh.
Oh.
Look, he's doing it again.
Oh man.
Oh, gliding along the rope. Nice.
Oh, that's brutal.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
He really said, fuck all your
Oh.
jugglers.
Hey.
With his
Are we
sheath.
sure?
Yeah.
Are we sure he's blind? Are we sure he's blind?
We
Yeah.
crit that
He's
throw,
just
like,
very good at what he does.
He's using sound.
Oh my
Hardcore.
God, bro.
That's why he's been throwing those pebbles and rubbing his sword on the ground so he can hear shit.
I'm trying to figure out what class this guy would be.
Oh.
Monk,
Nah, he's
leaning
the
towards monk.
samurai fighter with the blind fighting style.
Oh yeah.
Suppose that could be right.
The great coward. The great deserter. Finally, my day has come. And I will have
Look at his nose.
in Pokukua. The might
They just use the sound to distract them. Oh,
Yeah.
Your boy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is nasty.
Oh, yeah. This is a wrap for you now, buddy. You'll
He's
hear about
just
it.
he's soaked in blood. Soaked.
Yeah, but is that his blood or it's got to be all their blood?
That's
He's fine.
all
Yeah.
theirs. That's all theirs. Yeah, but like.
Oh, no,
Oh.
not down his throat.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow. They just tripped.
Nah, somebody. I think his son threw something at him.
Yeah, somebody got him with an arrow or some shit.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
arrow
who's
sticking
got him?
out of him. Oh, she ain't blind.
Yeah.
I hope not using a bow.
Oh man.
Wait, is that the
guys.
other daughter, maybe? Or
That
So
was a pretty cool fight scene.
Yeah,
that
that's really cool.
that is a totally gnarly fight scene.
Again, that fight would have been hours? A good while.
You think so?
Oh, in D&D. Yeah, oh,
I think
yeah.
it would
I
have
mean,
been
well,
about
maybe-
an hour, maybe.
maybe not based on like who this character is, because he's flawless. It's like an Achilles. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is just not a scratch on him, not a scratch. He just took out like all 8 of those dudes, like, bam. So maybe
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
long.
He succeeded on every attack, so
Absolutely.
Definitely,
you know.
He
definitely +8, +9 to hit.
he's
Yeah.
using sound very well. He's obviously got a heightened sense of sound after being blind.
Right.
Hence why he's throwing the stones on the ground. He's rubbing his sword on the ground, on the rope.
Right.
Various different
Yeah,
things.
that was intimidation, by the way, because he knew he was coming.
I think
Yeah,
that'd be
bro.
perception. I think that'd be perception because he's throwing the rocks and he's waving his sword on the ground or trying to get a
Right,
read of where
Some of
everything
it
is.
was a bit column A, column B. Some of those sword swipes on the ground definitely felt like they weren't needed. They were more so just there to intimidate or attract attention towards him.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
haven't-
He's using sound for listening himself and attracting the enemy. You know that. Yeah,
Would you-
absolutely.
Would you say he has advantage on perception checks that has to deal with sound?
Oh hell yeah.
Movement.
I think he's also
So his
got
passive.
he's either got a high passive or he's got high perception rolls.
I mean, like I
Well,
stated
probably
earlier,
both, but-
I vehemently believe this dude has the blind fighting style and like just 100% is just tapped in. It's like got those rocks on the ground, waving those swords. If anybody moves, that's they ass.
Right. So, not an individual who has seen the movie, but based on those other guys, I think he's his own type of person. I think he's a group, like a species or a race. You know what I mean? Of people that are like mutated in some way. I mean,
If I remember,
they were blinded like him. You know what I mean? Doing the same. The guy had a rope and he hit his target
mean,
like right on point.
I don't think he's a different species. I just think like his training or whatever fighting
Yeah, I think
style
he's
he was
just
using
well-trained.
he was just well trained. It's like if you
It's
it's like Batman fighting all of the rogues gallery. Everyone's blind, but Batman is still Batman. Like,
Right. So
Right.
so it's the same thing. Like that's who they were. Like they were all trained. by this
I think
person.
Josh said they survived something. I think he said they survived something, and whatever they survived, they were all blind after.
The synopsis that I read was essentially there was some sort of virus that got introduced and wiped out most of humanity. Those that survived emerged blind. So those that did end up surviving the virus just lost their vision.
I'd like to see a fight between. I'd like to see a fight between that dude and Riddick.
That would be.
That would be a good battle. You know, I would say, you know, yeah, he's probably not like a different race or species or anything like that, just because, you know, there's people, you know, here in real life that, you know, lose their sight or something like that, and they learn like sonar techniques, man, where they let out clicks and stuff, and they can hear the shapes of objects.
Other senses are heightened.
There's not even just the shape of an object. They can tell what the object is actually made out of. I remember seeing one thing where this kid was blind, and he learned to click with his tongue, and he could tell whether an object was metal, wood. He could tell whatever, you know, whatever it was made out of.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because he would walk around the house without like the tapping stick that blind people have. He would just walk around clicking, and like blind is like can't see nothing, just walk around his house clicking his mouth, and will get around using echolocation.
Yeah.
Echolocation, that's what it's called, that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, bats and dolphins use it primarily in nature, if I remember correctly.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the D&D roles in this scene. All right.
He succeeded from the moment he got introduced. He succeeded every attack roll he made.
Yeah.
I don't think he succeeded on all of them. However, there was a moment there where somebody threw some beads, and it distracted him hardcore. He was swinging at the air in the complete wrong direction. And that another good thing that points out his use of sound, because it's so much so that it distracted him that much, you know.
That was a failed perception check.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if that whoever that last guy was that he was fighting that like tried to intimidate him using his son. Yeah, that was failed intimidation, because that 100% backfired. Tried to intimidate him, you ended up dying immediately. A lot of acrobatics checks from Jason Momoa, though, with all that sliding and throwing his sword on the ground to get
I mean, so it's kind of hard for me personally to really, other than just regular combat, you know what I mean, with how fast it all was, it didn't seem like there were too many checks to be made. It was just, he's gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's like a legendary character. He knew who he was. Like, that guy had a reputation.
Yeah. The infamous Baba Voss. Or Voss, whatever it was. Voss.
I mean, but you got to think, though, like, they know who this dude is, but probably, like, underestimate him, because there's, like, 10 of them.
Right.
Are we doing The Witcher next?
I'm ready for the next clip.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get ready to come into our next clip. Our next clip is going to be the market fight scene from the TV show The Witcher. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
I don't care what anyone says.
I'm pretty sure it's episode 1.
I don't care what anyone says. Henry Cavill has the perfect chin.
And he's a super nerd, Warhammer.
Warhammer. The only person alive whose chin is 90 degrees.
Where's Winfrey? She's at the tower with your little friend. She gave us a message to pass on to you. You have to choose the lesser evil.
His nose is huge.
Get it? Fuck.
I just love the way he says fuck.
Mm.
Sherlock Holmes combat.
Mm.
Like, try that again.
Ooh.
Well, that
Oh.
felt like block
Ooh.
projectile.
Oh
Ooh.
my
Like projectile.
goodness.
Ooh, leg. Ooh, neck,
Jeez.
face. Ooh. That was
Oh,
disrespectful.
magic.
Yeah, magic.
Ooh.
I forget which spell that was. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Man, that guy still got his mad face on.
He's gonna keep that mad face for a long time.
Oh, it's over for you,
Oh,
shorty.
Roman pose.
It's
alright.
over.
Well, she's
Ooh,
not gonna
ooh.
die. She looks like she matters.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Her
she
sword
comes
play
out
is
all
definitely
clean and
phenomenal.
shit.
Her
Damn.
sword play is definitely phenomenal.
Oh.
Oh, she caught him.
Yeah, but she rolled a 1 for damage.
Oh,
Oh, and there's a cut on her shoulder.
ooh. She's actually like lighting my man's up.
Because I think he's going easy on her.
Probably.
He does give a shit about her. There was a whole few scenes with her earlier during
Oh,
this
okay.
episode.
Okay, so he recognizes who she is.
Yeah, they fucked. They
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh,
If I remember
Ooh.
correctly.
and now it's some fucking fight porn. Do it.
Look
Do
how
it
balanced
now.
he is with the handle of that sword, though.
Kill that.
Yeah.
Oh, 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 that was a dagger. I didn't even see that.
Oh, I didn't see that he stabbed her. Oh shit.
With her own
Oh,
dagger.
yeah. What was that about her being important, Sean?
Man.
I take it back. Okay, so he kept giving her chances. Geralt was like, stop, stop, stop. All right, and then bam, right in the throat.
So let's not mention the
I
fact
can't
that this
remember if that
man
one was
was
an
a
accident
whole
or not.
menace. This man was a whole menace from the time that fight started.
Oh, dude, legendary hero all the way.
I mean, technically she was important because her death is impactful to him in future episodes, but...
So who knows what's going on here? Because I
Aaron?
haven't
So,
seen it.
essentially, it's a lesser of two evils sort of conflict. She wants to kill someone who's bad, and he's essentially said, no, don't do it. It's been a long fucking time since I've seen that episode, so...
It's a wizard, right?
Um,
Like some wizard guy.
Yeah, some type of wizard guy that rings
He
a
has no
bell.
hands. This is his hands. Like they got burned off or something.
Right.
Yeah, I can't fucking remember.
Okay.
That's all I remember. Lesser of two evils, and
All right, well,
he's like,
let's go from the top and see if we can identify some roles. You know,
Well, the enemies had initiative, so.
absolutely, absolutely.
It seemed like
Lot
he
of-
took the
lot of
stance,
attack
like
rolls.
what is it? Like a battle stance or ready? Like he was readied. You know, the whole time he let them go to him, and he just followed through them. You
like
know what
a
I
hold
mean?
action.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Hold
because I
action
have
until they get
little,
into their area. Go on,
I
Toby.
have, I have very limited knowledge on The Witcher, but just the base knowledge I do have, I know for a fact that he's a Blood Hunter Order of Mutation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we discussed this on the Witcher trailer one that we did, didn't we?
Mm.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, other than I mean, it was pretty straightforward combat. He crit to parry that bolt from the crossbow, like right out the gate.
I'm kind of leaning towards that being a deflect missiles. So maybe
Right.
like a couple Legos, a couple of levels in Monk.
Yeah, because he was doing a lot of
building blocks.
parrying. He didn't have any armor on for that unarmored defense that monks get. He had a shirt.
I think
that was
he's
about it.
So
I
what
feel
are we
like
saying?
he's
He's fighter monk multiclass.
Yeah,
Well,
Blood Hunter monk multi-class.
Fighter monk, you said?
Yes,
No,
and
Blood
magic.
It could have just been a failed, just a miss, from the bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, totally.
Oh, it could be an eldritch monk.
Eldritch monk.
I still reckon Blood Hunter monk multi-class personally.
Blood Hunter, because Geralt is smart.
Mutation, what Ty was saying earlier, because I remember we had this conversation before, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds close."
Okay, so when he was, when him and that girl were doing some fight porn there, I really do think that there were some roles of intimidation that Geralt was trying to do to get her to stop because he didn't want to keep going. He's like, "Quit being a stubborn child here. Quit." Because isn't he like super old?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yes.
I mean Geralt's like,
he's about like I think in that fight scene he was probably around 100, 140, somewhere around that area.
I would disagree and say instead of intimidation, it's persuasion, because it's like you see you can't fuck with me in the sword play, just stop, and then she didn't stop.
She has high charisma as well though, so she's passing all the shit. Like she got those thugs to like work for her, to like help her with her bullshit. She obviously has high charisma if she's getting a bunch of.
So is that what was going on there? Those thugs were working for her, and she was like doing like a double cross thing or something there.
Not a double cross per se, but there were people that like shared her opinion that this dude that she was trying to kill needed to die, essentially. People that she'd brought over to like her cause, I suppose, or some shit like that.
Well, how would it make sense? What's the logical thing? You're not going to help me, I'm going to kill you? That's stupid.
Wait, what?
How does that... Okay, so she's like, help me kill this guy. Geralt's like, no. There was a threat. I'm confused at why. Why?
Yeah,
like, Geralt said no, and she's like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. Like, what?
I can't really remember because it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've seen that. I'm leaning on 2 years.
I'm sure the folks that are watching will. I'm sure the people watching will school us.
Comment below. Why did he kill her? We can't fucking remember.
No, why did she try to kill him? What was the reason? Was it some emotional bullshit? Why?
The wizard was a bad guy a long time ago. Killed a lot of people.
I mean, if she's trying to kill him, I would probably assume she asked him. He said no, and she's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna defend him?" It's like, probably. And then like, "All right, well, I'll kill you." And then that's where that fight probably starts at.
Yeah, I think that's sort of where that went from. She was like, "Help me."
You said he told him no.
Like, just stay at my way then. And then
you said he told him. Because she was like, help me kill him. He was like, no, probably like this dude doesn't deserve to die. Oh, I'm going to kill him anyway, but you're going to have to go through me. And then hands are thrown.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. Let's see. So that was a pretty good clip. Yeah, let's go into our last and final clip. By the way, those that are watching, if you'd like, you can head over to our YouTube and make sure you drop a subscribe in there. And check us out on some of our social medias, Facebook. And here comes our next clip, which is going to be the epic dragon scene from Game of Thrones.
Oh, man, I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
I should get my Game of Thrones hat for this.
Let's check it out.
I'm glad you guys do, because
It's okay.
We'll talk about season 8, that's all. This is a good season, though. This is like, I think this is season 3.
Oh, I know what this is.
Could be season 2, though. This is a good fucking scene.
Oh, where she... Oh, okay, facts.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one of her baby dragons. She's got 3 of them.
What? That's the black one, right?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Drogon?
I think it's Drogon. So she's essentially trading Drogon, her little baby dragon, to this dude for 40,000 men of this dude's army.
Unsullied.
The Unsullied, slave army that are eunuchs as children.
So they don't have any genitalia, they can't reproduce
so
or
they
have
can't.
kids.
You know, and the Catholic Church was bad. Jeez.
Okay, what? He's just been insulting her the whole time he's known her. The issue is, he doesn't know.
She understands him.
He doesn't know this next part, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna tell the dragon to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, shush. Be patient, my child.
I just took a guess. Too great.
And everyone's all surprised. They're like, "What the fuck? You speak You speak this language?"
Right.
I can't remember what the language was.
She understood this dude the whole time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Now you look crazy. Now look at you, looking crazy.
Valerian, that's what the language was. I just heard the dragon fart, I swear.
Oh.
Dracarys.
Roasted this dude. Roasted this dude. Dude's on fire. Y'all just watch out. Slave army. It's not looking good for you.
That was cutthroat. Okay.
Breaker
They-
of
they call it the
fucking
dude.
chains.
They call it-
Danny is awesome.
Yeah.
Chains,
She
bro. I'm
is-
telling you.
Phenomenal.
All right,
I'm not
guys.
trying to get.
We don't talk about season 8 though.
Well,
Yeah, fuck season 8.
So there was some really good deception going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The level
And
of,
that king, his beast handling was garbage.
Yeah.
I
total
like to
garbage.
think that every time that Daenerys met this dude, that her deception check was like 30 plus to not reveal that she knew what he was saying the entire time, and then
Right.
waited because she knew the dragon wouldn't listen to him and would only listen to her. Like, steal your slave army, speak their native tongue, usurp all of them from you, and then have them kill the people that enslaved them. Like, dog, that's a different level of deception and just tomfoolery.
well, but here's a really cool thing: is the Unsullied, because they're so dedicated to their owner. She bought them.
Right.
They heard her buy them, right? She just hadn't turned over. She was supposed to just turn over the dragon. Once she did that, they were hers. That's why they never listened to him.
Right.
Because he doesn't matter anymore. That was such in the books. Her whole time over in that city just was amazing.
I'll say that dude's wisdom score, the dude that got roasted, his wisdom score was like an 8 because there's no way.
Yeah, he's
You
got
know,
he's definitely got like a
there's-
-1 or 2 on insight
Yeah,
and
like,
-3 on
there's-
animal handling.
There's no way you had no idea you were getting double crossed, my dude. Like, was it that? There's no way.
Wasn't a lot of roles
Well-
going on there though.
But remember, he was
No, this
he
was a
stuck to
politics
his he stuck to
Yeah.
his beliefs though that she was just a woman.
Mm.
Yes. I mean, he
That
used the word.
society over
He
there
used the
is
word
very-
bitch over and over
Right.
again. So clearly, the male
That was-
superiority complex he's got going.
That was
there, like-
not the only time he'd use that. Basically, any time he referred to Daenerys, he
Yeah,
referred to her as a bitch.
That
Right.
bitch, yeah.
Over like 2 or 3 episodes.
That was like
Absolutely.
that was like his second or third meeting with her. Like
Yeah.
they had
Right.
met before that.
I think it was a 3rd meeting. The first two were about the same. Bitch this, bitch that, all that.
Right, right.
Regardless, it was a superiority complex, and the dude's dead. He fell to his own hubris.
Good fucking riddance because he was annoying to listen
Oh, yeah.
to.
All right, guys.
All right, I think that about wraps it up there, dude.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys coming and watching these clips here. You know, we do these as our interpretation of what we think the roles would be. Of course, there's a lot going on in these scenes, so there very well may be a lot of roles that we don't touch on. Or, you know, some of you may feel that we should elaborate more on the lore of whatever the scene is. But feel free to drop that in the comments below. And also, feel free to head over and check out some of our other content or other episodes. But Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Well, folks, until next time, thank you so much for dropping by another episode of Dungeon Studios' version of Dungeon Cinema?
Shut up, Sean.
Shit. I forgot the name.
31
Tabletop
minutes
bad.
and 49 seconds.